Real quick, y'all, I forgot to tell you about this dream I had. And I've always shared my dream realms with y'all. I remember having this backpack on. I don't know what was in this backpack. I know the backpack had some weight to it. And I was with somebody else, some other guy. I don't know who he was. But we was together hanging out, and we was on top of this roof. I don't know if we was trying to get intel from somewhere, observing something, but we were. I'm not gonna say that we were of some importance, but we had a mission to accomplish, because he had a bag as well, and I remember being on this rooftop, and like, if you ever been on a rooftop of a skyscraper, and you could see all the other buildings at your height all the way across from afar. And so we was up there, about 100 feet, 200 feet up in the air. I remember me being able to fly. I had these abilities, and not necessarily being able to fly, but I was able to jump far. And I didn't notice until he did. He jumped across a ledge, a roof ledge, into the other roof. And the gap between that was every bit of 20 yard gap. And I looked down like, whoa. And then he said, come on, you could do it. So I did jump. I took a little run, jump, and I glided across, landed. The landing didn't hurt. Then we had another conversation. I don't know what the conversation was about. But then I turned to my left, and I saw this little blonde girl running. She had on like some homeless person clothes, some raggedy clothes. Looked like she'd been living under the sewer and with a civilization that just came out of hiding. And she ran, and I caught the top of her head. I'm like, oh, what is she doing? He running. And I remember this guy telling this, it was another guy. He was on a roof, and he was running as well. And he had abilities to do things as well. And if I can remember correctly, he told this, he didn't say, I'm going to get you. He told her she needed to come with him. And this little girl followed this man. She disappeared after, like, I saw her and didn't see her no more. And then the dude was jumping. And then my instinct said, we got to save her. So I told the dude, yeah, we got to save this girl. He immediately took action. He ran and he jumped. This next gap he jumped over had to be about 40 yard gap to the next rooftop. And it was up high enough, so if you do make it, you will fall down. You ain't got to jump and grab onto a ledge. And he landed, and then it's almost like me here was second guessing, like, whoa, don't do that. Like, I had the abilities and the mind thought of being here in this realm. You can't do that here. And then he told me, you can do it. You don't do, and I said to myself, you got to trust your powers. You got to trust your powers. And I took a little bit more of a run back, and then I ran forward, and then I jumped. And I could feel myself gliding across. Like, I really did second guess, like, whoa, that's a long way down. And I told myself, it's now or never. This is it. You could do this. And I ran. I really trusted my gut. And then when I landed, I didn't land hard. I hit the ground sort of like I had full control. And then as soon as I stood up, I woke up. So in this dream, I really wish I could figure out what that little girl's purpose of was. What was her purpose? Why was she running, and who was she running from? And then, or was she following that man that ran and I thought was going to cause her harm, and maybe he wasn't? Because if that's the case, then she would have been running away from him. So she was following his lead, and then she disappeared, and we ended up thinking that we had to catch that dude. And that was that. So I just thought I'd share that with y'all. Love y'all.